Welcome to the Library Tech Cast, episode 22. We'll be talking about all things Code for Lib. Your host, Jeffrey Sable. I'm a outreach and instruction librarian at Concordia University Irvine. I do most of the tech stuff. Right now I'm messing around with DSpace, as well as starting to digitize videos and sort of figuring my way around how to expose those to the public, particularly the alumni. A lot of graduation ceremonies on there that we are digitizing. I'll throw it over to my co-host Riley Childs. Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Riley Childs. I'm a student. I am the library technology guru and library guy at Charlotte United Christian Academy. I also do all their IT administration and am currently in the middle of a wicked Windows 7 rollout and trying to digitize our school's library. Last minute. Everything in my school is always just last minute because we don't have enough money to do anything. But
I feel your pain. I feel your pain.
But on to better and brighter things. Ooh, that was fun. Oh man, I think I'm on my VP. Did I just change to a little moving guy?
No, no. I mean,
Oh, I
you look
didn't.
clear. You look
Oh,
clear on my
never
end.
mind. Never mind. Am I on my VPN? I'm just gonna stay on my VPN. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I'm gonna stay on my VPN. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So Jeff, you had a little bit. We were gonna eventually we're gonna just talk about kind of Code for Lib and talk about that. But first, Jeff, you're digitizing VHS tapes, and I really want to hear about that because we have some VHS tapes at my library.
Oh, really? I mean, it's easy to digitize them. We went with Elgato. It's like $80. It comes with all the software. You know, it's like pretty much plug and play. Once you have the software loaded on, you just put a tape in. A little screen pops up. You hit record, and it records it in MP4 format. It's pretty awesome. It's just the digitization will be pretty easy, at least for us, because it's all graduation, school graduations, and different ceremonies such as that, presidential inaugurations, and different holidays I think are on there as well. But we're thinking, like, should we just upload these to YouTube? What have other schools done? And I really haven't got into that part as of yet.
I would think it really just all depends on whether or not you want to maintain control of your content, as far as that goes. Depending on what
I
your
wanted
school.
the easiest way possible and the cheapest, the most
Well,
inexpensive.
YouTube is definitely cheap, but it's really a question: does the library want to still be able to? Well, I guess you don't. So yeah, YouTube would probably be the easiest in your case, but there's other like I think you asked me and Michael about it a while back, and we said we recommended Amazon Web Services. It's really just a matter of how much content you have and that sort of stuff.
Right, right. Yeah, and the school already has a YouTube channel that they're posting stuff on, and we
hmm
got the okay to do that. So, as long as it's created by the school, we're already authorized to upload it to YouTube, which I think it's a pretty inexpensive way. And even if we want to add them, say to like DSpace, like we could just have a link to YouTube, and then we're using way less memory within like the DSpace environment. So they would
Yeah.
still be somewhat searchable. You could have put in their graduation 1990 whatever, and there'll be pictures of the graduation, and maybe a picture of the diploma and stuff like that, which will be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be that would be free. It would be, and I guess I'm not sure. I would assume DSpace could also, like, if someone were to digitize their VHS tapes, I would think does DSpace have a way that you can link into like a third party, like Amazon Web Services, and you could hook into that and have your video player
Right.
embedded. You could.
Yeah, yeah. I know
Uh,
you can. I know you can link out to, if you want to have more storage, or you want to use, if you run out of storage on your server. There's people linking out to Amazon Web Services, I'm sure.
Okay. Because I know that there is just simply a matter of saying, okay, I have all this content and it's specific to my library. And I got the go, and I'm sure there are scenarios where libraries got the go-ahead from their publisher to archive their VHS tapes. I mean, I would sure there's those situations where they paid a licensing fee per tape to be able to do
Right.
it because it's a dying medium, and they can't just throw those up on YouTube. So if there's a way that you could link, and I would assume that link them through DSpace to Amazon Web Services, because it has that type of disk space. You're like, or you could use archive.org if you just want to. I think they're Creative Commons, so you could also throw them up on archive.org. Be another option.
Oh, really? Oh, I should
Yeah.
check that out.
Depending on the license that the school wants to put them out under.
Right, right. Yeah, I guess if they're putting them out on YouTube, anyways, right? I mean, they're probably pretty flexible. And I mean, the only people that I would be happy if my college undergraduate graduation was on YouTube. I wouldn't mind watching it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just something to think about. Something to think about all the options, because there are reasons.
Right, yeah. I'll check out archive.org for sure.
There are reasons to go off YouTube. There are reasons to go off archive.org. There are reasons to roll your own. There are reasons to go off Amazon Web Services. It's just a matter of taking a look at everything and seeing what fits best for you.
Right, and I think it was mentioned that like China, do they block YouTube? Because I mean, we're having, our college is expanding into China with a huge China program, and I know that's something that. I mean, I don't think our school's really that concerned about at this point, but I mean, we'll have to address it in the future,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that is, that would be nice. Wait, I'm trying to think I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. I am 100% focused here. Yeah. Man.
So that's the gist of the digitization. But I mean, it's an easy process. I would say the hardest part is finding a working VHS player.
Yeah.
I mean, I went through. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's no new ones you could really buy, standalone ones. And I mean, luckily my older brother is somewhat of a pack rat, and I looked through the garage and there was 4 old VCRs, and one's really nice, and luckily that one was still working, but the other 3 were kaput. So,
and the ones that are available are like expensive. I mean, even if you can either get really old ones that people found in their garage, or the ones that they're selling now, brand new out of the box, are like ridiculous because they're meant to archive stuff. But oh yeah, I do have something that I would like to mention, if it's okay with you, Jeff.
Yeah, for sure.
Those of you that are on Windows XP, yeah, it's what is it? 17 days till everything just down, and don't think antivirus will protect you. We talked about this last episode, so that's just what I want to say. Think about it. Think about that. Keep that in mind.
Riley, what's the exact date on that?
April 7th. We actually have a countdown. It's a pull a number outside our computer lab.
Dude, we should put it on the Library Tepcast website. Because we might have to do a special episode if something really goes wrong,
I don't think anything's gonna die. I actually wrote
Really?
Nah, too bad to go wrong. I mean, it's just kind of something. It's more of what's gonna happen in the weeks following that.
Right.
Yeah. I actually wrote a nice blog post on it to plug my website. Blog RileyChilds.net will get you there, and it's pretty nice. But moving along, so
Code for Lib. What are you excited to see, Riley? What's your? I'm pretty disappointed I'm not going, but next year we'll be in the state of Washington, which I plan to go to for sure.
I'm
planning ahead already. But anyways, you play
Portland? Wait, the state of Washington? I thought it was in Portland.
Is it in Portland? Okay, I stand corrected. Portland, that's even closer.
LA didn't get their their proposal in time. But
Oh, is that what happened?
yeah,
I
that's
was
what it
actually
did.
on the I was actually on the like the little like email list that they were sending around, dude,
Yeah,
and like they hated Manhattan Beach, which is the next city over for me. They're like, there's nothing there. It's just a beach town. It's junk. The only good aspect is that it's close to the airport. I mean, personally, I'd rather go to Portland than to Pasadena, if you
really?
ask me. Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay, sorry. Sorry about that.
No worries, no worries.
So, there's just kind of go over this. For those of you who are not going, there will actually this year, and I thought they did this in the previous years, but I could be wrong. This year, they're going to be streaming it live to you know where, YouTube. So check it out, youtube.com/code4lib, and they'll be archived there too. And we're actually going to be doing a show, not live, because I don't think the hotel has enough bandwidth to support a Google Hangout. Um, but I'm going to record it with a really nice camera that I borrowed from a friend, so it's going to be high quality. Um,
Yeah. And
yeah,
then how long from the live session till it's actually archived so you can play it back for like
instantly.
say, oh
It's
really?
just like a Hangout. Yeah, I mean it will
Oh,
be.
awesome.
It's going to be available. Well, I take that back. It will be available quickly. It's not going to be available. It will be available in a really low quality, but it's going to be available almost immediately following the broadcast.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, and we'll
I'll
be
be
doing
I'll
kind of.
be spending my nights watching that. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the conference. And there's just a couple of the things that are really interesting me. And there's something on the Biblioteca, I think that's what it is. Let me see. Yeah, it's about the book viewer framework, and I think
Oh
this
right,
is
right.
yeah, yeah. It's about a book viewer. Biblioteca. There's stuff about the Google API, stuff about Google Analytics, uh, discovery systems. There's a lot of stuff. One of the things that I am actually looking for is about, and this is actually, we were just talking about this, dead simple video content management. And that's going
Oh
to be
really?
that's Wednesday morning. And that's going to
Hell
be,
yeah.
I think that's going to be interesting.
Right
And
on,
then,
right on. Yeah.
and then well, I think there's just, and then there's one about Fedora. There's stuff about.
Who's doing the Fedora one? Is it Peter Murray?
No, it's
No.
I'm gonna butcher his name. So it's ESME Cowles. Sumi? I don't think so. No, that's definitely not it. I don't know. I'm not gonna butcher it. You can check it out for yourself on the
Right
Code
on,
for Live
right. Yeah, yeah,
website.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, and there's just a whole lot of stuff going on. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be there on Thursday morning because the only reason my school agreed to let me go because I said I was going to do a tour at NC State, and they only have tours in the morning. Uh, yeah.
Is that your college of choice?
No. It's one of my colleges. Uh,
But what's your top pick?
between Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech. None of
Gotcha.
the there's like one college. It's at Pembroke in the state of North Carolina that has a school of that has a that has even anything remotely to do with a degree in libraries, and I'm probably completely wrong on that, but I've looked. Nothing. Um, so yeah, and one of the interesting things that I'm actually going to be watching this stream for the keynote speaker is going to be done in kind of a unique. Valerie Aurora is going to be done in
Right,
kind
right.
of a unique sort of way where rather than it's more of a question answer rather than a
I think she's going to be an amazing speaker. I think it's going to
yeah.
be
I think
inspiring.
yeah, I'm sad I'm sad I'm gonna miss it. I don't know much about her, but from what I've heard, it sounds like it's gonna be interesting. There's something from the OCLC about organic free range API development, making web services that you will actually want to consume, and it's about how it's about the usability and how they build a web service and how you can build a web service that you'll want to use.
Yeah, and I mean
Yeah.
they have a pretty good API because I mean you figure they have pretty much every library's catalog in one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I
yeah,
mean
and
they have the biggest catalog in the world of library books.
I think it's the only catalog in the world. Last,
What do you mean?
it's like, I wonder, that brings up an interesting question. What would happen if the OCLC just vanished off the earth tomorrow and it just completely went away?
I mean
Imagine
you'd have a big
you'd have a big
hole to
void.
fill. Right. I mean at least as far as like interlibrary loan and borrowing and
Easy
sharing
proxy.
sharing. I think Easy Proxy will be easy to replace. I mean,
Just no one wants to do it.
right, right, yeah, and I mean, like, Easy Proxy is accepted by even like the smallest databases that are trying to sell to academic libraries.
Yeah.
So I mean, to get them to all agree, all those different companies to agree again, it seems pretty improbable. I mean, at least unless they're forced to.
Yeah, and I mean, and yeah, there's let's see here. Ooh. Yeah, and I mean, it's just simply a matter of time. And oh yeah, also on Monday, they have a whole bunch of pre-conferences about a whole bunch of fun stuff, like Git and Ruby on Rails and all sorts of fun stuff. And it's just gonna be a great conference. I mean, they actually, from what on the wiki, I read something that said this year they actually had 400 people that wanted to go, that wanted to sign
I
up.
know. I was thinking that to myself too. Like, what other conference sells out? Like the ALA, they'll just keep smashing people in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The American Library Association or the California Library Association. I mean, pretty much any one. I mean, maybe they never reached their max capacity, but I mean, I've never heard of a library conference selling out.
well, attendance is capped at 250, and I think I think the Sheraton is sizable. I don't think it's huge. Oh, 350 attended. So there was 100 people that weren't able to go. But I mean, that just shows you what Code for Lib has become in this community. It's a small niche, but the niche has a lot of engaged people.
Well, I mean, I just don't think that. I mean, the future librarianship is going to have a large aspect of maybe not coding, but you need to understand it. You're going to have to understand this technology to keep delivering information to people. This is the way they consume it now, or find
Yeah,
it, or you know what I mean. This is the media. These are the media they're going to use in the future, and I mean, it's only going to keep growing.
yeah, and I mean it's simply more of a uh, sitting down and looking at it. It's really Code for Lib is building the future, and it's interesting to say it like that. But I mean, honestly, it's one of the, and I don't want to be the one to say this, but in my opinion, I think it's ground zero for some of the greatest, the absolute greatest minds in library technologies and this sort of stuff. Because I mean, I'll see posts on there, and it's even just interesting just to watch the stuff come through and just to read it, even though I'm not using it right now. It's
Right, right, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's definitely interesting. That's for sure.
And and I love the IRC channel. It's amazing. But that's I mean, how long have we been on? We've been on for, wow. Oh no, only 30 minutes. I'm sorry. I thought it was okay. My bad. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see how it's going to grow, and I'm really excited for this year, and I'm even more excited for next year if I can manage to get the money together to go. I'll be working my butt off this summer, not only for this, but for college, because that's coming up. But I mean, I'm excited, And if you're interested and you are going to Code for Lib this year, um, whenever the conference is over, like 30 minutes after, I think it ends on Wednesday. Do librarians really? When have we ever used library time? Military time. I mean,
I don't know.
because that's what all these times are in. Um,
Maybe it's just easier than people. I mean, they do that at a lot of conferences, just so you don't get mixed
'cause
up with AM and PM, and you know
and
what
also,
I mean?
yeah, and also because this is a national conference.
Right, right.
Yeah. So what's 1720? What's 1700? What is that? So that's 24. That's like what, 5? So at like 6-ish, we'll be doing a 30-minute show, and it's not going to be recorded live. We're going to record it probably in the lobby of the Sheraton because last time I checked, conference rooms are really expensive. Just a kind of one of those little mini things that you can borrow for like 30 minutes. They're expensive. I was surprised to see how expensive they were. But we're going to probably do in the lobby of the Sheraton and if you want to come chill out, there's a sign up on the Code for Lib wiki under social events. Go ahead and check that thing out. But I mean, that's just
And what are you guys going to be talking about on that show? Just good
whatever
recap.
you want to. I mean, it's going to be pretty laid back. It's more of a talk about what you thought of the conference and talk about what you're doing in life. And it's more like I don't want to call it self-promotion, but it's more of just talking
Right
about,
on.
yeah, chilling. But I mean, have anything else you want to mention? I mean, honestly, I haven't heard.
No, I think we can wrap it up for today.
Yeah.
Just I'm looking forward to watching all the different Code for Lib stuff and getting new ideas and seeing what's going on with everybody.
Yeah. Wait. Ooh. Computers for live. Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, but just a little exclamation on my point I was making before about coding. Even the American Theological Library Association, which I'm going to during the summer, they're having a coding day after the conference. So if you stay on Saturday, it's a whole day of different coding, mostly Python, I think. But even your theological libraries were one of the last to really embrace technology, I think. And so even us theological librarians are getting into coding. So that should say something.
Yeah, and exciting. And also, there's the Hunt Library Tour, which on Tuesday evening, which I'm excited about because they have this thing called the BookBot, and it's an automated book retrieval system, and I just think that thing is wicked.
It's got to be sick. Are you guys gonna get to watch it in action?
Yeah. I mean, it's a tour. It's like a free roam. They're letting a whole bunch of 350 librarians loose on in what I've seen so far, one of the best libraries one of the coolest libraries in the country. So it's going to be interesting.
Right on.
But I'm going to get some video of that. Chill that out. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm hyped up. So, I mean, come see me there if you're there. Say hello. I'll say hello to you too, of course.
And if you want to be a guest, approach Riley there. We're taking names for future shows too.
Yeah, I mean, we're always looking for guests. I mean, we're not necessarily two boring guys, but it's nice to get some difference in there and some.
Yeah, we always like to find
variety.
out, and see what other people are doing, how they're approaching different things.
Oh yeah, and also I wanted to give Michael Schofield do a favor for Michael Schofield and plug his new show. He has I think it's what is it?
LibUX.
LibUX, and that's on his YouTube channel. You can check it out. Oh, that's weird. You can check it out, and I'll push and I'll put a link in there. It's on his YouTube channel, Inreferential. YouTube.com/Inreferential. And that's just where he is, and it looks pretty neat. I'm gonna watch it after this, and I'm
Yeah, they
excited.
talk all about user experience. It's pretty good.
Yeah, which is actually really important because your patrons are your customers. But yeah, I mean, this is just starting to drag on, and we're talking in circles. So,
So let's wrap it up.
let's wrap it up. So, my name is Riley Childs. You can find me on the web at rileychilds.net. That's just where I am. Also on Twitter, I'm at RowdyChildren. And that's where you can find me. Where can we find Michael? I mean, not Michael. I'm horrible with names. Jeffrey.
Jeff. Thank you, Riley. I'm at LA Library Man on Twitter, and you can check out my personal website, Jeffrey Stephen with a PH, Sable.org. That's my full name. So hit me up there. You can see my my new and improved website from before the ashes.
It looks pretty good. It looks pretty nice, I will say. But so, just to kind of wrap it up, tell you where you can find the Library TechCast. You can find the Library TechCast literally anywhere that includes YouTube, Twitter, and sometimes Facebook. YouTube.com/the Library TechCast is where you can find us on YouTube. Twitter.com/the Library TechCast or at Library TechCast is where you can find Twitter if you tweet. And if you Facebook, you can find us, like us there, Facebook.com/Library TechCast. We're the picture of the mystery man. We're the if you see a show called the Library TechCast and it's got a picture of the mystery man with no whatever the thing is, header or whatever that header thing is, that would be us. Like us there. You might hear about the show on that. Yeah, but I mean, that's just where you can find us. Don't forget to check out the Code for Lib stream at youtube.com/Code for Lib. Once again, that's youtube.com/Code for Lib. Don't forget to check that out. But yeah, I mean, just have a great week, and for the Library TechCast, I'm Riley Childs.
I'm Jeff Sable.